Let's go meet the future might be the present, and this one is kind of a gift, I must say. It's Andrea KGB Lee taking on Maycee Barber, and Maycee Barber has been clicking lately, right? This is the future. We've been hearing about this woman ever since she arrived to the promotion. She wanted to be the youngest champ, and it got a little rough initially, right? She lost that fight to Roxanne Modafferi where she absorbed a lot of damage. She had the injury in it, and it was just an overall bad night for her. And then after that, she got smoked by Alexa Grasso, but clearly no shame in that. And you got to give her her flowers for how she's been able to rebound because she's won three straight. And granted, that first one against Miranda Maverick, which kickstarted this little run of hers, I personally thought she lost that fight, but it was close. It was a split decision win for her in the end. And then she's pulled off two unanimous victories since then. So she's taking on KGB, who it's kind of a mixed bag, right? She's 5-4 in the UFC. 13-6 overall. Last time we saw her was against Viviane Araújo, and that was in May of last year. And that was a fight that I thought KGB Lee would be a little bit more competitive in, but Araújo really made that one look kind of easy. So a little bit discouraging, and I don't know. I was just kind of surprised by it because the two wins she picked up prior to that Araújo fight were pretty good. She even picked up a performance of the night over Cynthia Calvillo, and she got a finish in that one, right? Like, if you remember, Cynthia Calvillo quit on her stool. Like, KGB Lee really put that one on her. So, what are your thoughts on this one? Do you think there's any dog value with Andrea Lee at plus 225, or is this Maycee Barber's opportunity to get her? I mean, there's already the storyline with Alexa Grasso. Is a title shot looming? Who are you taking?
Yeah, this would be, it's not a bad idea, if this is a title contender, especially if Maycee wins this. I kind of feel like that's what it's setting up for. I mean, Maycee's on a great three-fight win streak. She had a two-fight skid. Um, she's looking better than ever, I would say. She's young. She's 24. She's definitely not the youngest UFC champ ever. Sad that her future, didn't pan out the way it wanted to. But, she's looking a little different. And I like that. And so I think I'm going to take Maycee Barber. I think she smashes, Andrea Lee. I just don't think Andrea Lee has the momentum, has the drive when I think Maycee Barber really wants to be there, really wants to be champion one day, and she's so young and she's in her prime while Andrea Lee's she's 34 and she's just there, it seems like. So I think Maycee Barber is going to probably go the distance, but I'm hoping for a knockout because we got to get some hype built up. Maybe she can skip the line and get up to that title shot. That'd be pretty interesting just to see some new blood up there. But yeah, I'm going to take Maycee Barber by decision.
Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't be the craziest thing because if she's able to, get this statement win over KGB Lee, and she knows what she's doing on the mic. Like, I kind of think sometimes the words she spits are a little cringy, but she at least knows how to market herself. She understands the game. She understands how she can vault herself into a better position on that microphone. So maybe she is able to, sort of launch herself closer to the title with a big win over Andrea Lee. And you mentioned it, being likely a decision. Tapology's seen it the same way, right? 83% is rolling with Barber, which I thought was a little overwhelming. I kind of thought it would be a little bit closer and more than just 17% would be coming in for KGB Lee. But on both sides, it's decision machine. So Tapology's awfully bullish on that. Do you have any concerns about the reach advantage that Andrea KGB Lee will bring into it? And do you think that Andrea Lee will have the stand-up advantage? Because I think Maycee Barber's probably a better grappler. She might be more gritty. She might be better at making fights ugly. But if this fight does remain standing, does KGB Lee's reach concern you at all? And do you think KGB Lee might have the advantage on the feet?
Yeah, I think KGB is going to want to keep this one on the feet the whole time. I don't think she wants to go to the ground. If she goes to the ground, Maycee Barber's a big, strong girl, so I think she'll keep it on the ground if it gets there. I don't think Andrea Lee has anything to answer for Maycee's grappling. If it hits the mat, it really comes down to can Andrea Lee stay on the outside and just keep that jab, long and sharp. And she could get it done by playing that, leg, calf kicks and jabs is going to be her ticket. And Maycee Barber is going to pull the dog out of it and really throw some bombs, throw some haymakers, mix up the takedowns. She really needs to be a mixed martial artist, in my opinion, because Andrea Lee is a veteran. She's she's well off, but I don't know. I think it is the future's time. I think she should dominate. Assuming she did her research on how this girl fights and how probably her best path to victory is, and she should execute to demolish that plan.
Yeah, I think so too. I'm with you all the way. I'm going to be taking Maycee Barber in this one. I guess I just hope that Maycee Barber starts the fight fast, right? Because it always seems like she's someone who it takes her 6, 7, sometimes even 8 minutes to really find her groove and catch her stride. And when she does, she looks pretty phenomenal, right? Like that third round against Miranda Fear the Maverick, like she looked great. And you're kind of asking yourself, like, where was this woman in the first round, the first 1.5 rounds? So I think she's going to have to string together a complete fight to beat Andrea Lee because I do think Andrea KGB Lee is a talented fighter. She might not be my favorite in the world, but she does have some skills for sure. So I just am hopeful that Maycee Barber has learned how to start the fight fast because if she does, then I can see her really being dominant in this contest. But again, it's just all going to depend on how long it takes her to wake up in there. So I'm going to be banking on the idea that she has. We have been, seeing some photos circulate where she does appear like a little bit different physically, and it's tough to really analyze that too much. And you hope that she still has that same strength, I guess is all I'm trying to say there. But we'll see how that pans out for sure. But I think it's gonna be a close competitive fight. I'm with you though. I'm gonna go Maycee Barber by decision. Any last thoughts?
No, this has been a close competitive fight, a very fun fight. The comments, who you taking KGB or the future?